Boy here with another video, uh, talking about one of the stocks that we have uh, that we did pretty well on today, or I guess yesterday at this point. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning now. It's almost 4 o'clock. It's like 3:57, so kind of in between there. We were up about $52 on there. We are talking about Vista Gen Therapeutics, VTGN. So I'm doing a little research on this, and I was just gonna have you guys kind of walk along with me. You can kind of look at the chart or kind of have this in the background, but I'm gonna kind of do an analysis of this company. So VistaGen is basically like this company that deals with like trying to lower anxiety, which already on its own, America, boom, that's America wants you. America wants you. You're thinking about like COVID vaccinations and like, Texas here. Where I was telling you earlier how I accidentally crashed my front of my car. There's ice and people are like, we have to boil water. Some people don't even have water because their like pipes burst. So all this stuff, COVID and having to find jobs and stuff because of COVID, all this stuff is causing anxiety to people who probably didn't even have it before, but now they have it even more so. So once we recover from this is going to be something that people are going to be looking to recover from once if they make it, you know what I'm saying? They get a job and stuff like that. So they're kind of they're doing a therapeutic kind of way of solving it with some kind of safe drugs that don't cause any side effects. So I was going to kind of go over some of their forward statements. Their investment highlights, you can actually, I have the link, I'll have the link inside the description for kind of the presentation that I'm looking at, the website, stuff like that, so you guys can take a peek. But the investment highlights that they have is they have 3 different clinical stage CNS drugs. Don't know what that means, so we're actually going to look that up right now. CNS means CNS is a central nervous system drug. So if I had to guess, it's basically everything as far as like the brain or like any type of links in between the brain that cause anxiety or when you panic or you're like, oh, I can't deal with today. You know what I'm saying? Um, like when I freaking got totaled a little bit here. Um, but I joke only slightly. Um, it looks like they came with the reason why it was kind of booming today. They actually had some of their I think they had some kind of approval today. Let me look here. I had it on an article here. Don't worry, guys. My videos will start having like you be able to follow along with what I'm clicking on. But right now, I'm doing all my videos on my phone, so it's better to listen in the background, just like I was telling you. Let's go back to the kind of things that they're working on. So they're working on a couple of different things like PH94B and PH10 and AV-101. Now I don't know exactly what these are. Apparently, it's like a novel mechanism of action and a favorable safety profile, observation, and clinical dates and stuff like that. It's a very neurological market, so brain stuff. So they deal with social anxiety disorder, which is one of the first things that they're pushing so much so far. They're actually in phase 3 of that. There's a lot of people with social anxiety. If you don't know what that is, that's like if you went to a party and you're like, oh man, I want to dance, but I can't dance like that Chad over there. Boom, that's social anxiety like disorder. It's slightly like that. You're not comfortable talking with other people. Generalized anxiety disorder, adjustment disorder, postpartum disorder. So if you have like PTSD or anything like that, they're 2 different things, but it's kind of linked together. Like if you're a soldier and you're coming back from the wars and stuff like that, we have a bunch of veterans. Shout out to the veterans that are watching the video. That have a little PTSD from everything. Rape victims, stuff like that. This will really help them, and it's in the form of a nasal spray. So it basically goes right directly into those nerves in the brain, like instantly. So it's nice and easy. A nasal spray. I don't know if you guys have ever used like an allergy spray where it just kind of goes up your nose, one squirt. And that was two, but we have two nostrils, so there. And then they have an oral one where you can kind of take it. It's for if you ever have a friend maybe in high school who was kind of nervous and kind of whacked out, and while they're taking classes or anything like that, they have a pill that tries to not have them have as much side effects. I can even speak for myself. I know people who kind of who take these pills, and some of them have really bad side effects. Like you might not be depressed anymore, and you might not want to not do things anymore, but you'll have these really bad days where you have like suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. This one takes care of that. It's a kind of an all-in-one pill. That's what the AV1. Oh yeah, that's what the AV101 is, and the PH10 is the one for like major depression. So the PHs are the same thing. There's just one that's a little bit more of a higher dose for people who have like manic depression. Like think of the Joker from the movies, the Joker movie. Like he would take this spray, and then if you're talking about maybe somebody who every once in a while, he's kind of like, I really don't want to do anything today. I don't want to deal with other people in the world, and I don't feel very confident myself. Not that this would give you confidence, but this would keep you from being as anxious throughout the day. It's kind of like if you guys have dogs or cats, like trazodone or gabapentin, kind of calms people down without the side effects. So sometimes gabapentin, it causes like throwing up or migraines or headaches, what have you. And then trazodone, sometimes it makes you feel too sluggish, and your emotions are, and it causes heart palpitations. I don't know if this one doesn't. It doesn't. Uh, it doesn't say anything as far as like heart palpitations. I'm excited for the meeting for this company because maybe I can ask that question if nobody has before, or I'll find kind of a form because I feel like I'm going to be going long on this. I might take a small amount of cream off the top, so we have 125 shares, but I'm ready to kind of hold this because they have a pretty good diagram of kind of the nerves that are in there that connect right to the brain. It's apparently the olfactory nerves. It's kind of like these nerves that are right above your nose that reach kind of around the base bottom of your brain. If you guys are following along with me on the description down, the link that I put in the description down below, it's on page 14. You can kind of see how those little nerves are like reaching out, and then you kind of have the brain around the base of it. Those nerves are connecting to it. So it kind of helps with the frontal lobes, where I believe that's where a lot of thought process begins. So I know that's where your eyes are kind of looking and stuff like that. So a couple other stuff that I'm looking down on here. Right now I'm on page 18. We're gonna bounce from there. I think it's talking about some of the safety issues that they had previously. So they had some screaming, placebo effect, um, public speaking. So I guess it was just label safety. They're trying to make sure it's all safe right there. Um, it looks like they've had some collaboration with China. Oof. But China's doing their thing. They, as much as everybody, either fears or jokes about it, they're part of the world's medicine that we're trying to, create together. Um, I guess the PH9. I'm on page 21 on the brochure. If you guys are on there, PH29, PH9 4B, phase 2 development. So adjustment disorder, PTSD, panic disorder, postpartum anxiety. It kind of has a picture of kind of how it would go up the nose, how soothing I guess it would be. I don't imagine it's like soothing. It's kind of like, oh man, I got to do this, otherwise I won't do anything today. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm looking at page 22. Depression has skyrocketed during the COVID-19 pandemic, studies say. I mean, that's exactly what I was just saying. Like, you don't have to think that much to know, like, wait, this is a banger. Like, this is going to do really well. And if you look back down at the screen where I'm at right now, we're up. They are up 340% after the first 3 months. So you can basically count that since December. This month they are up 33%. I think they got their biggest boom today. They've had a couple of drops where it sinks down. I think after they hit, because at first they were around. Here, let's go in a month. At first they were hitting around $2.54, and they dropped to $1.98. I hope I can average down because I don't believe this is going to be a true price for what it's going to be in the future. At one time, it was actually $8. So a lot of analysis people are saying that it's going to be a $6 stock. So I think if anything, because we did peak at, I can't really scroll my finger over there. We did peak at, I'm going to have to try. It looks like in the aftermarket, we were a little bit higher than $3. So 318. I'm thinking this is probably gonna hit the. Here's the support. I think it's gonna be hitting. It's around like $2.74. So I'm kind of around where a major support is. So if it goes any lower than this, like I can't imagine. I can't imagine it going any lower than, let's say, $2.68. And at that point, I can average in because that's not too far from how much I went in there. I don't want to go more than 700 in this, but this is a really good. It's a good stock, guys. I mean, right after, if you hold on to this, I mean, right after the pandemic, this is really good stuff. If they can get FDA approved to get licensed, if you look, if you look on the front page, I believe they do have. Let me see where it was. They do have. So they regained compliance with the NASDAQ on January 6th. And if we look on, sorry about that. If we look at January 6th, where is that? Right around here. They kept a pretty good support. January 6th, they kept a good support. The lowest it ever really went was $1.91. That sounds like a really good price. Let's see here. They did a lot of public offerings in December, but I haven't seen them do anything else after that. So be wary of this. This looks like it's a public offering one, and especially after it just had a boom right now, I can only imagine they may have a public offering. So you may be able to put this on your watch list and get this at a great price in a little bit. I can't imagine they won't do another public offering. Especially after the run-up they had on Friday, really this week, because they even made it past that crappy day that we had, stayed relatively in the same price. We had about $86 to $72, so they stayed pretty, stayed pretty snazzy. Now, if only my freaking rice brand company would do that, the one that I want to do really well. Like it sounds like a great company, but there's not a very good backing. Maybe I'll do a video on it so maybe more people will know why it's so awesome. Get some more investors into it. But yeah, like I'm thinking this is a really good stock to hold, guys. If anything, keep it on your watch list. Maybe get 10 shares of it or something. At a decently low price. I would do a limit order at like $2.60 really. I got in at around like $2.76. If you miss it, you miss it, but honestly, I think there's going to be a public offering, so it's going to go down. Because they're having a good run up and they have a good product and they aren't scared to pull the trigger, it seems. When it comes to if anybody's kind of reading along with me, I'm on page 40, just kind of looking down on everything. They're not afraid to kind of get a little bit more money so they can have some more success. I wish I could. I'm going to look at the news that they have, the catalyst that they had, because it just seems like if we go all the way to So in December 10th, they had a public offering, and it doesn't look like it touched it too much. December 10th, December 17th. Like every time they have a public offering, actually, it doesn't dip that much. The next one was in December 18th. December 18th, it went up. December 22nd. Look at that. Went up. I mean, it looks like if there's a public offering, guys, it looks like you're safe. I might be looking to, I don't know. Let's see here, December 18th. Let's try to use the candles. If you guys don't know what candles are, I'll kind of guide you along here. So like we're looking at December 18th. It looks like the low was $1.08 and the high was $1.48. So I mean, they're public offerings. Nobody sleeps on them. If I had later on when I get some YouTube money, I'll probably invest into kind of the insider trading and stuff like that, so I can see people who put like a bunch of money on it, see what days, and kind of show you guys kind of beyond the wall to be able to see some of these investments. Because yeah, this is pretty good. Whenever they do a public offering, they don't go that low. Like people are like, oh yeah, I'm snagging that. Of course, it looks like the next day after it goes down, but it doesn't go down any lower than, no, it doesn't go down any lower than maybe 5 cents below, especially with these penny stocks, because you got to load up. It ends up being a decent amount of chunk, but it looks like they recover every time. They bounce back like a rubber band. Like look at it, literally. Like if you don't know what candles are, um, this red part is basically like it shows how during the offering on the 18th it went up, 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 up. Wait, actually, is this the 18th too? No, it's 17th. So it went up, up, up at the 18th, and then the next day, the next couple of days, it went down, down, down. So you can get even really during the public offering if you wanted. No, I would jump in on public offerings, but it looks like it rubber bands each time. So goes up, 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 and then it goes down, and then bounces back really hard. Then this goes down, and then it bounces back really hard, and it looks like we're bouncing back really hard now. So this is definitely something to keep on your watch list, because I think if anything, we're we're in its up phase right now, and it's going to be on Monday. It's probably going to go down. I'll probably take about half the cream off the top now that I see it and look at it, and then I'll buy in on the dip, which it looks like the dip kind of ranges between like 10 cents or so. So I'll put a limit order for that. I don't want to go too much out of my position, but I also want to make my position a little bit more tasty. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Keep it on your watch list, guys. Just wanted to go over this Vista Gen Therapeutics. It was one of my highest winning ones for Friday, so I think it's definitely a hold. Throughout the week, I'm gonna be giving you some stocks that I think are gonna be pretty good for next week. I gotta be on my A game because I lost a lot this week, so I think we're going to be any money that I might be able to put into the market, I might be putting into Weeble, so I can get into the pre-market, because I'm going to have to be working a little bit more than normal, just to kind of recover costs to fix my car. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put a comment in the video, kind of what you think. Just wanted to do kind of one of these analysis videos. I might do another one for another one of my winning stocks, but I will talk to you a later day. Your boy Hero is out.